I'm going to make my favoriteest thing in the whole wide world, breakfast tacos. So I figured I would show you how I make salsa in the manual food processor while I'm cooking everything else. So it really takes almost no time at all. In the food processor, I'm going to stick an onion. I'm going to do probably half of one. I don't want too much onion. Hi, Mo. You're not getting any onion, bub. These aren't the freshest, so some of it's a little yucky. I'm just going to give it a rough chop and stick it in. And then you could add peppers. I don't have any, so I'm not going to add any. You could add jalapeno. You could add lime. You could add all sorts of good stuff. But I'm just going pretty basic today. And then I'm going to quarter my tomatoes. Throw that in. Probably just going to use 2 tomatoes. This one's a little rough. And then, of course, my favorite, cilantro. I'll throw that in, add a little salt, a little pepper, add a little salt, add some garlic powder, and then you just stick the top on. And you have fresh salsa. And I pretty much make it early on in the week, and then I have it to use throughout the week. So it's pretty simple, easy. You can take the blade out of here, and then it comes with a lid, so you could just stick the top on it and stick it in the fridge, and it makes it pretty easy. I use it too much, so I really need to get a second one, but I'll put it in another container just because I use the manual food processor pretty much every day. So I'll set all that aside, and then we will get working on the eggs. Let me rinse my hands off quick. So I have the 5-inch pan, non-stick pan here, and what's cool about these is the handle actually comes off. If I can do it. So it comes off, so 2 reasons why that is super exciting. I can fit it in my cabinet so much easier without the handle. I could fit it in the sink so that I can soak it if I want to, but really you throw it in the dishwasher, so it doesn't really matter. And then taking the handle off makes it easier to fit in your dishwasher as well. But the other thing is, let me grab another pan to show you. So this is not Pampered Chef, but where the handle comes on, there's the 2 little rivets, and food always gets stuck to that, and it's so annoying to me. I know that's like a first world problem, but you don't have that with this pan. So the handle's on the side, it's not in here at all. So what you can do is you can actually cook on the stove, and then if you take the handle off, you can put it in the oven. So now you don't have to have a bunch of tools, a bunch of pans, different types of pans, one-stop shop. Which, I have a small kitchen, so I really need tools that can do everything in a small space. So I will add just a little bit of butter to my pan. And get that melting. And then add my eggs in there. No shells, win-win. Just gonna rinse my hands. can scramble eggs up ahead of time. I honestly never do because I don't see the point. I just scramble it in the pan. Stab the yolks and swish it around. And then the reason why I think I love breakfast tacos so much is heating up the tortillas on the stove. It sounds weird, but if you have a gas stove, definitely do it. These are also another one of my favorite things. They're the Twix-It clips. They come in 3 different sizes, I think. Let me see. So there's 3 different sizes. The teeny tiny ones, which honestly I use these the most. It's good for bread and tortillas and small things. I think I use it for crackers. The big ones are obviously good for big bags of chips, and then the medium-sized ones are good for cereals and that sort of stuff. I love them, so I was so excited when I found out they still have them. It's like the weirdest thing, but I'm obsessed with them. So keep an eye on it as it toasts, because I like them on fire more than I don't. And then I just kind of flip them back and forth just so that they don't get burnt. Sometimes they do, which is fine. I don't really care. And then I'm using the mini mix and scrape here. I love the mini one more than any of the other ones, I'm pretty sure. And then these are the toaster tongs, which are designed to take things out of the toaster to keep you from burning your hands or your kids from burning their hands. I use them for doing this mostly. But that's because I make this all the time, as you know. I'm gonna grab a plate. Oh, I'm surprised you're being so good. He's never good. He's always in my face. You can turn the burner up higher on the tortillas, but honestly, I always burn them. So I try not to. And then when my eggs are done, I'll also use this burner as well. This is like super simple, super easy, super quick. One of my favorite things. It's so delicious. At this point, I think I make it like 3 times a week, if not more. You can cook bacon or ham or whatever else you want and add to it. You could add guacamole. You could add all sorts of things. It's so delicious. Alright, so I'm going to move that off and use this one to toast it. This tortilla. And then with my herbs, I have scallions to put on top. Not scallions. What are these? Whatever these are called. Chives. There we go. And I use scissors to cut them so that it makes it super easy. And we're burning. You know, live a little. It tastes delicious anyway, so I don't care. But never walk away from it. I did that the other day and it was just flames. A little too toasty for my liking. Alright, so that one is done. Turn the burner off, and this one is just about done. A little bit on fire. Haven't set the smoke alarm off, so that's all that matters, right? This is so funny when that goes off. He's such a baby. I love it. Alright, and that one's toasted. Good to go. So then, I will grab some cheese. Why not? one said I was a clean chef. Or a chef at all, in that matter. Put our eggs down. Down there. Whoop. I love my stove because I can lift up the grate super easy and clean it. But my pans also fall into it, so that's not the best. I'm gonna take some salsa. Put that on. And then again, you can put the top on this and store it in the fridge, but because I use the manual food processor so much, I just put it in another dish so that I can use it every day. Which I know you think I'm crazy, but honestly, I use it almost every day. I was sad the other day when I made the quick cooker recipe. I didn't have to use it. I think I made a margarita in it though, so I still used it. Then I just use my scissors, cut this up. It makes it super easy. You can give this to your kids. They can think they're doing a haircut. I'm sure I would have loved that as a kid. And then some extra cilantro. Put that on top. And breakfast tacos. So delicious. I'm so excited. I forgot to add cheese. Oopsies. We'll add some cheese now. You don't really need much, or any at all, but figured I would jump back on to say that I used it because I made an effort to go and get it. Alrighty, have a good morning. Happy eating.